Alright guys, if you want this score or this score or this score, all perfect 90s, you need to make sure you watch this video till the very end. This video is going to be a master class of the speaking question type summarize group discussion. An extremely important question type and one question type I see a lot of students struggling with. If you have practiced this question type before, I'm sure you might be confused. What's the right template? What's the right structure? How long do I need to speak? If human checking will be there, or if my answer will be flagged by artificial intelligence, and will I be marked down? Is my content enough? How long do I need to speak, and what kind of sentences I need to frame? But don't you worry, all the results I have shown you, all these students have used the same blueprint, same method which I'm going to give you in this video. In this video, we'll be covering what the task is about, what's the marking criteria, what's the template you have to use using which thousands of students have achieved their desired scores. I have got a perfect 90 as well, and how you have to take notes. I'll be attempting one question and I'll give you a sample answer and will tell you all the do's and don'ts. So this video is going to be a masterclass, and if you actually want to get your scores, make sure you watch the video till the end. For those who are here for the first time, my name is Varun. I've been teaching PT for the last 8 years. I only do PT. There's nothing else which goes on in my mind. I'm all about PT over the last 8 years, and I've taken the test many times, conducting different experiments, and I have achieved 90 14 times in the PT test. And this video, I'll share everything you need to know to crack this task. So let's get started. Now, before we start, if you are here for the first time or if you have watched the videos before, I request you to please like, share and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. That helps the channel to grow and that helps the videos to reach the right audience. That motivates me and helps me to push more videos on this channel. If you want to practice anything about PT, anything related to PT, PT Academic, PT Core, you can just go on languageacademy.com.au or download the LA PT exam practice app. We have worked a lot on this platform, and when you practice here, you will get scores which are pretty similar to what you'll get in the actual test, and this will give you a clear idea of what mistakes you're making, what you need to work on, and how you have to achieve your desired scores. Everything is AI powered and curated to match the standard of the actual PSN test, and I'm sure if you practice here, you'll not be disappointed. You can also take a free full score mock test on the platform. So what is Summarize Group Discussion? It is the second last or the sixth question type of the speaking module. Extremely important question type because this will give you points in speaking and in listening as well. You'll get 2 to 3 Summarize Group Discussion question types. What happens here? You'll get an audio whereby 3 speakers will be discussing a topic. Can be any topic, whatever you can think of. It can be a podcast, it can be an academic discussion, it can be a journal informal discussion between friends as well. The audio will be a discussion between 3 speakers which will go between 2 to 3 minutes. While the audio is going on, you have to take down notes. While the audio is going on, you have to make sure you take down notes. After the audio, you'll be given 10 seconds, after which your recording will start, and you have to summarize whatever was there in the audio in your own words, or you can use the same words as they mentioned in the audio, but you have to speak around 2 minutes. You'll be given 2 minutes to speak. You can speak anywhere around 90 seconds to 120 seconds, means 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. So this is what the task is about. You'll get 2 to 3 of these. And now let's have a look at how the marking works. One summarized group discussion is marked on 3 parameters: content, fluency, and pronunciation. Fluency, you get 5 points. Pronunciation, you get 5 points. Content, you get 6 points. And content will directly impact your listening module. Fluency and pronunciation will impact your speaking module. To get full points in your fluency, you have to follow the basics. Don't go too fast. Don't go too slow. Speak at a moderate, natural pace. Take natural pauses. Avoid unnatural pauses, hesitations, and make sure you never ever self-correct yourself. If you make a mistake, if you speak something wrong, just move on. Never ever correct yourself. To get full points in pronunciation, do not worry about your accent. Do not change your accent. Focus on being as clear as possible. Whatever you speak, you need to make sure you speak it as clear as possible in your natural accent. You'll be fine. That's all you have to do. Speak at a moderate pace and focus on clarity for fluency and pronunciation. Now, how do you get full points in content? And content part is extremely important. To get full points in your content, you have to make sure that you cover the main ideas. Let's say the audio you get in Summarize Group Discussion goes on for 3 minutes. It's not possible for you to include each and everything within your answer, and PT is not really expecting that. PT is expecting you to cover main ideas or main things which were discussed in the audio. I would suggest you speak around 9 to 10 sentences or take down 9 to 10 sentences from the audio and make sure you focus more on the main ideas. Also, you have to always start with an introduction that what the group discussion was about. Then you can mention 3 to 4 points per speaker. For example, first speaker mentioned any 3 points, second speaker mentioned any 3 points, third speaker mentioned any 3 points, and then at the end to conclude the discussion was about. So start with an introduction, 3 points per speaker, and then you have to provide a conclusion. Make sure you cover the main ideas. You don't have to cover everything. You don't have to be accurate. You have to be relevant. Let's say in the audio, if they mention that Earth is the largest planet, for example, and you say Mercury is the largest planet by mistake. Even they mention that Mercury is the smallest and Earth is the largest, and by mistake you say Mercury is the largest planet, right? You don't have to correct yourself. They will not check how accurate you are. They'll just check if you are speaking on the same topic. Minor inaccuracies are completely fine. It's not that you can go completely wrong, right? If they're saying Mercury is the smallest and you're just saying Mercury is the largest. No, that's not going to work. All right. So this is how you have to get full points in content. Start with an introduction, provide a conclusion, 3 points per speaker, speak at a moderate pace, go around 90 seconds at least, and make sure you focus on clarity, and that's how you'll be able to get full points. Now, the next question is, do we have a template? Do we have a structure? What do we need to follow? And what did all these students do to achieve a perfect 90, right? You can see the scorecards here. I'm going to tell you the same thing which I've told all of them before they went for the test, that you have to make sure you maximize the content. There is human intervention in Summarize Group Discussion. Once you submit your response, if the system thinks that you have used a template or you have spoken something unrelated to the topic, what the system will do? System will then pass your answer to a human examiner who will mark your response. And I don't really want your response to be marked by a human examiner because sometimes they're very harsh. So what you have to do to avoid your answer from being flagged and passed to a human examiner, you have to maximize relevant content and minimize template. I will not recommend you to use a template, but I'll recommend you to use a structure. So you start with the discussion was about, mention the main topic. After the first sentence, the first speaker mentioned 1 point. Furthermore, another point by the first speaker. Moreover, another point by the first speaker. Then you move on to the second speaker. After this, the second speaker mentioned 1 point. He also mentioned this point. He also explained, elaborated, discussed. It's nothing fixed. Whatever comes to you naturally or whatever you are comfortable with, you can say mentioned, explained, discussed, highlighted, whatever you're comfortable with, but you have to add a proper phrase or a sentence. Then you jump onto the third speaker. However, after this or after the second speaker, the third speaker mentioned this. He also highlighted this. He provided more information about this. Try to use connectors between the sentences or transition words that will help you speak in a flow and will make your answer or response sound more logical, right? After the third point by the third speaker, to conclude, or you can say overall, the discussion was about whatever the main topic is. That's all you have to do. I will now attempt one summarized group discussion and will tell you different scenarios, that what kind of different scenarios you can get and what you have to do in each and every scenario you get. Let's practice one summarized group discussion that will give you a better idea of how things work.
3 high school students are chatting about the school's new plan to require all students to attend 20-minute morning runs starting next month.
Did you hear about the mandatory morning runs? I'm so excited. I've been trying to get more exercise, but I never have time after school with homework and piano lessons. Morning runs would be perfect. They'll wake me up, and I'll have more energy in class. It'll be fun to run with classmates instead of doing it alone.
Are you serious? I hate this idea.
The audio is done. I have got a lot of content. I have classified or written it first speaker, second speaker, third speaker. The discussion here was about school's plan to have 20 minutes morning run. The first speaker said that, "Did you hear about the morning run? She is so excited as it will wake her up and it will be so fun to do it with the classmates." She furthermore added that there should be some kind of incentives that so that the students can participate, such as a free snack. She also mentioned that some students who cannot run in the morning can do yoga and can get high PE points for that. Plus, school should also offer 2 times for the students who live far away from the school, such as 8 a.m. slot and 9 a.m. slot. However, to this, the second speaker mentioned that he completely hates this idea. He is not a morning person, and for this he'll have to wake up early in the morning. He furthermore added that there are many students who have health issues, such as his friend Lily. She cannot run, and as he lives away from the school, he'll have to leave the home or his house at 6 a.m., which is too early for him. Somewhere in the discussion, he also mentioned that I can try once, but it should not be compulsory for students to attend it. The third speaker in the discussion mentioned that the morning run should be optional with some kind of incentives. Incentives such as high grades for students who participate, and for the days weather is bad, they can move the run to the gym. She also added that some students might miss the run due to late bus, and school needs to find a solution to this. Overall, the discussion was about the 20-minute morning run as per school's plan, and they all plan to talk to their teacher tomorrow and sign a petition. Now, what I have done over here, right? First of all, remember, there are a few things you need to remember. You don't have to actually figure out that what was said by the first speaker, what was actually said by the second speaker, what was actually said by the third speaker. I was easily able to figure out, so I wrote the notes accordingly. But sometimes, let's say you're not really confused if it's the second speaker or the third speaker, you can mix and match. No one will check if you're doing it the right way or not. Also, I had a lot of content. You don't really need a lot of content. Make sure you always understand what's going on. Then what kind of notes I've written. Sorry about my handwriting. The topic: school's plan for 20 minutes morning run. First speaker: did you hear about morning run? MR is morning run. I'm so excited. It will wake me up and it will be fun to do it with the classmates. There should be some kind of incentives as well. She mentioned this at the end, but I spoke everything all together. You don't have to complicate it, keep it very easy, right? Then there should be some kind of incentive, such as free snack for people who cannot attend the run, can do yoga for the points, and there should be 2 times, 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. The second speaker mentioned that he hates this idea. He's not a morning person. He'll have to wake up early. Some students, like his friend Lily, she has got health issues and cannot run, and he lives far away from the school. He'll have to leave 6 a.m., which is too early. He can try, but he doesn't really want it to be enforced or compulsory. The third speaker said that it should be optional with incentive for students who participate, should be given high grades. On bad weather, they can move the run to the gym, and some students might miss the run due to late bus. And then finally they said, this is the conclusion, that let's talk to the teacher tomorrow. So what I did, this was the main topic. First speaker mentioned these points. Firstly, he mentioned this. Moreover, he mentioned this. He also mentioned this. Second speaker, 2 to 3 points here. Third speaker, 2 to 3 points here. And then a conclusion. Now, let's say you have got very less notes, right? You don't stress about it. Never ever stress if you have less notes. In 90% of the cases, you'll have enough content. But if you have less content, make sure you always understand the discussion. If you understand the discussion, you will be able to make sentences by yourself and repeat things in your own words as well. If you have less content, repeat the same thing in different words, but always make sure you understand what the discussion is about, write points as per the speaker, and then provide a conclusion. Go around 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. Make sure you follow this structure and you'll be fine. Do not complicate it. You don't have to actually let's say if the second speaker was a female, right, and I said he, it's completely fine. You don't really stress about he or she. You don't really stress about, as accurately as is possible you can go for it, but if you're confused, just speak whatever you wish to. You'll not be penalized for that, even if you mix up ideas. Let's say something was spoken by the third speaker and you said the second speaker mentioned that, it's completely fine. So the whole idea is relevant content, speak in a flow, speak clearly around 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes, and you will be doing the job. This is how you can take notes. My handwriting is a bit off, but make sure you take the notes neatly. That's it. So this is what you have to do in Summarize Group Discussion if you want to get a full score. This method is proven, tested, tried. Thousands of students have achieved their desired scores using this. Just focus on the basics, speak in a flow, speak clearly, make sure you have the main content covered, speak around 90 seconds at least, follow the structure, use connectors or transition words, and success will be yours. That is it from the masterclass of question type Summarize Group Discussion for the PTE Academic test type. That's it from this video. I hope the video was helpful. If it was, do like, share, and subscribe. That will really motivate me and help me push more videos on the channel. If you need any help, we have got online and on-campus classes running throughout the day. We've got 13 sessions according to different time zones for PT Academic, PT Core, PT UKVI, everything for PT we've got you covered. You just send us a message, give us a call on one of these numbers. We will be with you and we will give 100% to help you out. To practice, you can go on languageacademy.com.au or download the LAPT exam practice app. I'll highly recommend you take the free full mock test available, for which you'll get scorecard, feedback, analysis, that what scores you're likely to get in the test and what are the things you need to work on in order to achieve your desired scores. That's it. Now go on languageacademy.com.au and start practicing, or download the app, and I'll see you in the next video.